Right, good morning, learners.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, all. Peace.
Peace to you too. Right, today we're going to start with our English lesson, and we're going to do a comprehension. Remember comprehensions? This is about the fifth one we're doing in this here, a story. So we read a passage, we read something from a story, and then what do the questions ask you? They ask you about the story. So what I want you to do is open up your assessment books to the last work that we've done. Take a ruler and underline after your last, rule off after your last work. So using a ruler and a pencil, rule off. Right, what I want you all to do now is to open up your English home language books to page 86. What page?
86.
86. And we're going to read a little story. And from this story, I want to test your understanding. And that's what a comprehension is about. Today's lesson is a simple comprehension. It extends from a theme where we started off where they were in an animal park. Today they're just in an elephant park. But what's nice about it is that it's an introduction into a diary entry. So the text itself is a diary entry. And I'm testing for whether they can read, whether they can comprehend what they're reading and answer basic questions on the text. We then go into what a diary entry is, and then they can start writing a diary entry. Can you all please tell me what the title of the story is? Precious. The Addo Elephant Park. So, what did she pick up on what I said? I said the word title. And the title means the heading of the story. Let me start reading now. Right, Dear Diary. 14th of May. Those that I use is basically I incorporate drama into my lessons. It's a variance on tone and voice, keep them excited. The DBE books from the Department of Education are quite helpful. They're colorful. It's simple text that they can understand. I use the board, I use pictures, I use whatever's around me. Start with the capital letter, end with a full stop. The first question, and you are allowed to look at your text because that's what a comprehension is about. We read and we comprehend. So keep your diary entry open and we're going to answer them one at a time. We're all going to work together. Do you understand? So write in your margin, in your column, number 1. Read in your text. Now what we're going to do, answer it in a full sentence in our books. Let me see you writing. Everyone's answering it in a full sentence in your books. Let's start. If you need assistance with spelling, please put your hands up if you need me to help you spell a word. We're going to do a little bit of a drama to help because I see some of you are suffering with that answer. The drama they enjoy completely. Sometimes it can get a bit chaotic, so it has to be controlled. But it works pretty well because then they relate to the story. They become a part of the story. If we talk about an elephant, we actually can mimic their gestures. So they get to get an idea of what the real world's about. Who wants to be a little monkey? I find most of the time that they all want to get involved. Initially, there was a bit of shyness in them speaking or acting funny in front of the rest of their classmates. But now 3 months into the system, they've broken that and we're all pretty comfortable with each other. Now I want you to hear you say it's very hot in here.
It's very hot in here.
Take off your shoes. Look what's coming. Look, everybody delivers differently. So what I've got to do is just look at what today's content is, look at what the core knowledge is, and then work from there and find a way that adapts to my learners and makes it interesting for them. It's surprisingly, initially, some of them have a worry, but I think it's just their personalities and being at the age they are, they actually jump into it quite naturally. Right, Sam, it's a very hot day today. Show us what's happening in number 3.
Oh, it's very, very hot. I need to take off my shoes.
Can we hear him at the back?
No.
Nope, a little louder.
Oh, it's very, very hot. I need to take off my shoes.
There we go. Sam took off his shoes. What I do is I do some kind of pre-testing, and I notice that throughout the past comprehensions, they find it difficult to find detail. So one of the detail in the story is why did basically the boy go home with one shoe, and in the story a monkey actually captures his shoe. Now for them that's kind of a bit difficult for a monkey stealing the shoe because they're not surrounded by animals, so that's the part that I'm going to dramatize today. Why did Sam go home with one shoe? Here's Sam. Sam only has one shoe. I try and get them all involved. Today's lesson might be just 2 kids, tomorrow might be 3, but I alternate. So eventually within a month, everybody's gotten a chance to do something. You are going to be like Sam. We are going to start with your first diary. Everyone say, my first diary.
My first diary.
and I am going to give you your diary. And from today, we are going to start creating diary. Now, entry means you entered what you did, what you felt in that book. Right, are we all ready to get your first diaries?
Yes.
Come to me. Hand out diaries to the first row. Karabo Silas, hand out diaries to your row. Silungile, at the front of your diary, I want you to write your name. So, if your name is Zilungile Gara, I want you to write Zilungile. And remember, our name starts with a capital letter and our surname. I think I kind of grew up with a passion for drama and plays and theatre, experimented in school as well, and I love writing. For me, writing is an art, and that's where I pick up on reading, and I would read different sorts of texts, and I'd kind of like even introduce them to stuff that's even not at their level, but I know that someday they're going to think of me and they're going to pick up on this poem and think of the little story that I told them and how it related to if we're talking about elephants. If I pick up a reading on elephants, I'd say to them and read to them, we'd talk about it, even though it's not related to the lesson. But what I want to develop in them is a culture for reading and a culture for being comfortable with themselves. Because we act silly, and that's what drama is about, is that they can be whoever they want to be in front of their friends. And in that way, I find that I eliminate bullying as well, because they're just so comfortable with each other, and it eliminates teasing. How do we spell feeling?
F-E-E-L-I-N-G.
Very well done. Give her a round of applause. Tell me, let us close this lesson off. We are completed. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause for answering all 7 questions. I'm very proud of you.
Okay, boys and girls,